Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the head elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Also want to give a shout out there to the whole select, to Yahawashi, and Yahawah for us sincerely in His truth, as well as believers of this word, not just believers, but doers as well. And again, to you, I'd like to say shalom. All right, this is just going to be another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah. And like always, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, man. But getting straight into it, as you can see the title of this one, every man is brutish in his own thoughts. All right, again, every man is brutish in his own thoughts. Okay, and what motivated this lesson was, of course, we're in the latter days, okay, where you're going to have many false prophets rise. All right, coming with different philosophies, all right, different beliefs, okay, different types of religion to put push out there on the forefront, okay, for you to seek and follow, okay. But as the defenders of the gospel, okay, we are here to tell you, all right, believe not these foolish things that these men of their basically their own understanding and their own will is coming out here to do, meaning that they seeking to throw off the sheep, man. All right, because that's what a lot of these men seek to do, man. Okay, scripture speak about mark those who cause division, roughly paraphrasing. All right, and a lot of men through their doctrines, they're causing division. They seek to cause division amongst the body of Yahawashi. All right, as you know, a lot of people even scoffing about the Hebrew Israelite thing, okay, which if you're a Jake, you can't get around over that, man. You're an Israelite, you just an Israelite, all right, but because these people don't believe, they come with their own philosophies and doctrines to throw the rest of the sheep off, okay, but remember Yahawashi said, none shall pluck them out of my hand, all right, but not only that, but you as well, you have some that are of the circumcision who are speaking these foolish things. For example, like America is not the lake of fire, okay, or the MOTB is not what it actually is, which is the C-hip, the chip, okay. What else? A lot of jakes try to push the law, okay, try to burden our people with the law, all right, but not basically preparing them for the times to come, okay, not prophesying unto them, all right. You know, and the men, you know, they doing this basically to, again, like I said, to steer the sheep off. All right. Not only that, some for filthy lucre's sake. Okay. And again, as the prophets of Yahawashi, we are here to defend the gospel and to tell you to basically reject those things and keep from those things. All right. But I'm going to jump right into it. Okay. This is Jeremiah. Let me see. Jeremiah. It's a couple of these, man. Slakia. We could do Jeremiah 10 and 21 right here. It says, for the pastors have become brutish and have not sought the Lord. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. That's the spirit. Yep. Let's get that real quick. Let's read that one more time. It says, for the pastors are become brutish and have not sought the Lord, Yahawashi. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. So many of the pastors that are set up here in Babylon the Great, and even of the circumcision, meaning those who know they're Israelites, they're brutish. When you go into that word brutish, it really goes into being simple, vain, okay? Simple and vain, all right? Meaning they hold no weight, all right? That doctrine holds no weight, man. Okay, it doesn't benefit you. It's just there. All right. And then it goes into simplicity, because a lot of these guys, they don't seek the understanding of Yahawashi. They just coming out of their own bellies. Okay. Like a lot of these guys are in that peace spirit. When the Lord tells us they basically reject those prophets who comes with that peace message, man. Because see, the Lord is really at war. He's at naught with the land, man. All right. He don't deal with Babylon the Great. Okay, he said it's set for destruction. That's the lot of Babylon the Great, is to be destroyed. That's why he have many of his prophets here, to prophesy and warn the people and to tell the wicked their fate, man, and those who do wickedly. Okay? But as for the pastors, okay, on the left-hand side, the ones who does not understand this truth, okay, 2/3 of our people, because mainly that's who we dealing with, 2/3 of our people. A lot of them are sold out, okay? A lot of the guys that that know they're Israelites, they under this 501(c), all right? And a lot of them just, want a feel-good message, man. And they use that to scatter the sheep. But the Lord tell you, even their flock shall be scattered. All right? Because when all hell breaks loose and shit gets real, man, everything that you believed in, okay, it's going to go to naught, man. All right? Meaning it's going to go into vapor. You're not even going to, you're going to throw that shit out the window, man. You're going to call on Allah one time, and you're going to see he ain't answering your prayers. And then you're going to, you're going to turn into a brute beast, man. Which a lot of you niggas are already there. Okay, you in the mindset of brute beast, man. All right, no morals at all. That's why you come up against the man of great millstone, man. You see? But let's read that again. It says, for the pastors have become brutish and have not sought the Lord. Therefore, they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. And a lot of their flocks is going to be they're going to cause a lot of their flocks to be destroyed too, man. Because if the leader don't prosper, then what's going to happen to the flock? All right, if the shepherd be destroyed, what's going to happen to the sheep, man? Okay, they're going to be utterly left desolate, man. They're going to be left out in the open. They're not going to have a hedge of protection. You see? Matter of fact, the book of Ezekiel 9 and verse 14. Salakia. 14 and 9. And it tells you, it says, and if the prophet be deceived when he hath spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. So this is one thing you got to consider. The prophets that are being deceived, that's the Lord. That's the doing of the Lord. Because remember, this word is hidden in plain sight. All right? It's only for those who can hear and those who can see, which is the elect. So the ones who can't hear nor see, all right, the Lord is blocking you from that, man. The Lord got a spiritual block to keep you from getting it. Okay, and that's why he set up these other pastors to keep you away from, from coming over here, into the house, man. You see? And that's a fearful thing, man. That's why we fear Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. It says, and they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. So a lot of these people that follow Nate, Sakari, all right, ISUPK, a lot of these false doctrine Israelites that these people gathering with, they're going to be destroyed, okay? Ultimately, because a lot of these camp leaders are not warning you of what's to come. Again, they only doing it to fill their pockets, all right? And to give you a feel-good message because they know what Jake want to hear. All right, Jacob want to, scripture even say, speak unto us smooth things. That's all Jake want to hear. Smooth things. Jake want to have a shoulder to lean on and shit. Nah, man. All right, our main priority is to gird up our loins, get our mind right, and get the hell up out of here, man. All right? It's wartime. All right? And war, we're not having no damn pillow fight, man. All right? You got to get the sword, the spiritual sword, man. All right? Not speaking carnally, but the spiritual sword. You got to put on the armor of the Most High. You know what I mean? When you got to put on armor, hey, shit's getting real. For example, you got to put on a bulletproof vest. That's because something is at, your life is at stake, man. You see? And the Lord told us to put on the armor of the Most High. So therefore what? Our life is at stake. The fact that we got to put on the armor to protect ourselves, all right, for the things that's come, because ultimately this is a spiritual battle, man, all right? So that's why we often push over here, get your mind right, man, you see? But as for the ones outside of this council, they're not getting prepared. They're not putting on the armor of the Most High. So therefore, when war come down, they're going to be trying to, at the last minute, put on their helmet and put on the shin guards, but the enemy is going to catch your ass slacking, man. And you're going to be slaughtered, man. You see? That's why, again, going back to the title of the lesson, man, every man in his own knowledge is brutish. Okay, these things that these false prophets are teaching you, okay, it's going to cause you to be destroyed, man. All right, because their doctrines are vain. It holds no weight. It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't give you life, man. All right, that's why we always say, hey, you better get a plate before it's too late, man. Come and eat while you can, because the doors of mercy are closing, man. Okay, but going back to that word brutish, because there's a couple of precepts I want to get dealing with that word brutish. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 17. And it says, every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there's no breath in them. So your molten image is falsehood. Basically, everything that you believe on, the philosophies, whatever. All right. Some people believe upon Yahawashi, but they don't believe upon the true characteristics of Yahawashi. All right. And what I mean by that, by the doctrine of Yahawashi, man. All right. Some people, Yahawashi got dreads. You see? Some men in Israel, Yahawashi got dreads, man. All right? When the scriptures told you it doesn't deal with dreadlocks, man. Okay? But that's just a small example. Some people, Yahawashi is Caesar Borgia. All right? So we you know, and those are false images of the Lord, man. All right? And Yahawashi may have a fruit, you know, but he don't fit the characteristics of the scriptures that Yahawashi had, the true Yahawashi have, man. You see, over here, a great millstone start with the head elders and apostles. All right, it's taught the true nature of our Lord Yahawashi, man. Okay, and that nature of Yahawashi doesn't feel good to the mass, man. All right, to the majority. So therefore, they vomit it up. All right, and they go seek another Yahawashi. But the Lord said they have no breath in them. These other doctrines and philosophies, they're not going to benefit you in the time that we're headed into. Because again, they doesn't preach unto you to basically put on the armor of the Most High, man. So those doctrines are going to be done away with in those days, man. Okay? But moving on, I want to get another one. Like I said, I ain't going to have this too long. I got to get back on the plantation, man. Just wise on the spirit, man. I got to get it out, you know what I mean? This is the book of Psalms. Chapter 92. Matter of fact, I'm going to hold that. Let me get, what is that? Jeremiah. Brother just brought it out. Jeremiah 23 and 10. Beautiful. It was a beautiful precept. Nope, it's a lock. For both of them. Damn, it was one I was looking for. Salakia, bear with me. Yep, here we go. Jumping down. Jeremiah 23 and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. That's it. They make you vain. All right, when you go into that word vain, let's just get it, man. Let's just get it. Strong's, matter of fact.
Strong's H 1891. Haval.
It says to act emptily, all right? It says to be filled with vain hopes, basically empty. Okay? Goes into vain, man. It holds no weight, man. And that's what these prophets do. They prophesy unto you vain things, man. Things that hold no weight, man. It says they speak a vision of their own heart. There it is. All right? This is good. That's why it's good to bring the scriptures out, because the scriptures, bro, they expound way better on it than I can, man. All right? They speak of their own knowledge. They come out of their own belly, man. All right? These guys, their doctrines hold no weight. The lake of fire ain't America. Then what else is it? What else is it, nigga? You know what I mean? If it ain't America, then you niggas really do plan on being here 1,000 more years, man. You see? But that's vain, because the scriptures it combats that. It proves and show you how this place is America, man. This the belly of the fucking beast, man. Look at all the wickedness that goes on here. Like the guy once said, if the Lord don't destroy America, then he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology, man. You see? And that's very, very true. But see, the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. All right? This place is going to be well known as a desert in the kingdom, man. No life is going to sprout here ever again after this place is destroyed, man. Okay? And it very well deserves it because of the wickedness, man. All right? And the false prophets. All right? But to continue, it says, and not out of their mouth. It says, and not out of the mouth of the Lord. Yeah, they don't speak of the mouth out of the mouth of the Lord. Do we not say, thus said the Lord over here at Great Millstone? All right, in the affiliate camps. Everything the brothers preach out there is thus said the Lord, man. All right, brothers even repeat it. Hold up now, run it back. You know what I mean? Thus said the Lord, man. Okay? Everything we say is of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, man. Through the spirit of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, man. Bahasham Rawchaa Qadash, man. All right? But these guys, they come out of their own belly, man, feeding you vain things, feeding you philosophies, man. And the reason why they do that, honestly, is because they don't understand the truth, man. What brings me to this, my last precept before I get up out of here. This is Psalms chapter 92, okay, and verse 6. It says, a brutish man knoweth not, neither do a fool understand this. Okay, and matter of fact, let's jump up. It says, O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. Okay, going into the words of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. We're looking at the works too when we go into the text and look at the records. You know what I mean? Going into words, we seeing the miracles that the Lord do, just simply looking at a word. You know what I mean? You know? And it says, and thy thoughts are very deep. You know, again, mentioning the words, how certain prophets don't even go into words. Niggas are simple. Okay? That's why they don't understand these things. All right? Like the world, some simple as world. Christians, they think that's going into the whole entire world. This is our world. No, nigga. That's talking about the children of Israel, man. First and foremost, starting with the elect, man. All right? It says, O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither do a fool understand this. So yeah, a simple nigga don't understand these words, man. He don't understand the thoughts of the Lord, man. But because the men over here at Great Millstone moved by the Spirit, these spiritual things are unlocked and opened unto us, man. All right? The seals has been opened unto us, man. All right? The books are open. That's the elder often say, the books are open. Brothers bringing out precept left and right, man. And brothers are able to break them down. You see? Therefore, we are able to feed the sheep, man. Okay? But as for these brutish guys, man, as Chris said, learn not the way of the heathen, man. A lot of these niggas outside the council are heathens because they're not putting on the cloak of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. All right? They may got on the t-shirt with fringes, but they ain't really got the garments of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, Israel of the Most High, man. All right? So therefore, you know, again, man, stay away from these guys, man. You know, every man is brutish within his own thoughts. So I'm going to leave it at that, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to end it off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honor to the head elders and apostles of Great Millstone who want to teach well. I also want to give a shout out there to the whole elect, to you Akim and to Aqua who are sincerely in this truth. Until the next time, I'd like to say shalom tonight.